And just that sense that people in Sofia who are, maybe not having contact with people in the south, did they say, "Oh yes, we know about your people and you come from this area, there are a lot of you there," or did they know about the ethnic Bulgarian community?
They know.
They know about it, so they weren't
some of them know really well, who have traveled more. But there are those who haven't traveled so much again, and you probably see some more negative reaction, harsh reaction. And as he said earlier, probably there are those people who are better educated. You see better understanding on their part, and probably ask you questions about your religion and the way you live. Okay. But maybe that's just in my blog. Okay, maybe in another blog it's okay. I'm relating my personal experience. Okay.
So we talked about problems, but we should talk about solutions.
I do want to ask your views.
The focus should be on solutions, not on the problems.
Well, I'm definitely coming to those, but I want to sort of make sure I've understood the context. Because in some places, there's a sense that, because several of you have mentioned politics and mentioned media, and sometimes you get the impression that actually there's not really a huge problem between people. We were talking about this in the car, between people living their lives. It's not necessarily a big problem here. But just traveling around Europe now at the moment, particularly in recent years, you get the feeling it's almost been manufactured. Or looking at America, even more so, it's being created by politicians in Austria and Hungary. You get this impression in Poland. You're obviously getting different reactions. Some people in Poland were saying, "I don't know a single problem. It's all in the media. It's all in the politicians." They weren't saying that were Muslim, so they weren't experiencing it. I think none of their friends were like that, so it didn't happen. That thing. So they weren't aware. But still, that was their perception. We don't have a problem with this. And in Poland, it's also a problem with Jews historically as well, and that's coming back. Interesting, in Poland, actually, they're using the politician, the president, used language that the Nazis used about Jews in those days in Poland. The migrants are bringing disease, they're bringing sickness, they're bringing parasites. It's really quite dangerous language. So, if you don't want to talk about politics, that's absolutely fine, and I will destroy the recordings if I'm taken in by police before I leave. But if you do have any views on how you feel politicians or the media here in Bulgaria are handling the issue, is it not a problem, or do you think there are problems there?
So before elections, normally they use this tension between Muslims and Christians in order to win in the elections. And so unfortunately, the party which should represent Muslims, it's called DPS, or Movement for Free and Rights, usually uses this situation. So it has been using it for more than 20 years. I mean, we should also, as I said, we shouldn't be negative. I mean, this party also in some ways helps Muslims and help us in some ways, and also in the South Bulgaria, where the majority of Muslims are located. But usually, I mean, this politics uses this agenda of tension before elections. But sometimes, I mean, they are good, they are optimistic. I'm optimistic about the future because, for example, the Prime Minister of Bulgaria, Boyko Borisov, several times expressed positive views about Bulgaria. So he was in Smolensk or in the Topi Mountains, and of course he met, I don't know if you know, it was very famous in the media, so in the last weeks he met with Erdogan, with members of the European Union in Varna, on the Black Sea side. He went to Istanbul, so I think these are very, positive, let's say, signs of the Bulgarian politics on a high level, that